the government of Ghana is making an effort to bring back its national oil refinery, the Tema Oil Refinery, also known as TOR.
Another thing, phase one, is to ensure that as a country, we put our refinery back to work. Because we don't always have a direct link between crude prices and petroleum product prices. It's not a straight line, because other things come in. And refined products are far more expensive than unrefined products. So and you get more out of unrefined products than refined products. So if TOR is refining, one, it will guarantee jobs for the many Ghanaians working there. Two, we'll be getting more petroleum products out of the crude that we bring to TOR, and it will be better for us. Every effort must be made to ensure that TOR comes back to work.
And not only that, in fact, they are also constructing a petroleum hub in the western region of Ghana to produce petroleum products, fertilizers, and lubricants.
We have established the petroleum hub in western region. I hope GRIDCO will take lights there very soon. And that is supposed to do three things for us. Not only will it ensure a lot of people are gainfully employed, it will also ensure a security in our petroleum value chain, because we would have many refineries there. We plan about 3 refineries there. We're planning a fertilizer factory there for food security as well, because fertilizer need a feedstock from gas. We are planning other lubricants operating in industries there.
But before we get into that, we want to share with you a brief history of the Tema Oil Refinery and some reasons why the refinery that was refining 28,000 barrels per day collapsed. Crude oil is a naturally occurring mixture of hydrocarbons found underground. It can appear as highly sticky liquid to a thick tar-like substance. The color of crude oil can range from light yellow to dark brown or black. It is one of the most widely used fuel sources around the world. This fuel source must be refined before it can be used, and once refined, it produces a bunch of petroleum products including heating oil, gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, lubricants, asphalt, propane, and many other products. This is why refineries are built across the world to refine our natural crude into petroleum products. Prior to the year 1954, there were no refineries in Africa. All refined products were supplied to Africa by European and American refineries, with Shell and Mobil operating in West Africa. So in July 1961, an agreement was signed in Accra between the government of Ghana and the Enti Nazionale Idrocarburi, ENI, an Italian company, for the construction of an oil refinery in Ghana. The same year in 1961, construction work started with materials from Italy, and 1,500 people were employed for the construction work. Of this number, 1,200 were Ghanaians. The refinery was built at a cost of £8.5 million, and the construction work was completed in 1963. With the construction of this refinery, it positioned Ghana as one of the countries with refinery and the 6th largest in Africa, with a capacity of 28,000 barrels per day. The Tema Oil Refinery, TOR, was first named the Ghanaian Italian Petroleum Company. It was licensed as a private limited liability company and an entirely Italian-owned company. And in April 1997, the government of Ghana became the sole shareholder of the company and changed the name of the refinery to the Tema Oil Refinery in 1991. The oil refinery started operating in 1963 as a tolling refinery by processing crude oil from the multinational companies into finished products for a fee. But over 50 years of operation, TOR moved from a simple hydro-skimming plant to a convention refinery, providing the petroleum needs of Ghana. The refinery was built through the initiative of Ghana's first president, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, to spearhead and stimulate Ghana's economy, industries, investment, and development activities. Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah believed that someday Ghana would discover crude oil, of which could be processed at the refinery for value addition. And visionary Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was right, because in the year 2007, Ghana discovered oil and gas, and they inaugurated it in the year 2011. But the Tema oil refinery that was to help Ghana refine its crude oil, according to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's vision, was shut down in June 2018. Mr. Duncan Amoah is the Executive Secretary for the Ghana Chamber of Petroleum Consumers. And according to him, poor management and the use of old equipment contributed to the collapse of the Tema oil refinery.
Clearly, three things are involved here. We've had in the past poor management practices where you expect certain things to be done rightly, they are done the other way. You've also not had the right kind of investments and retooling. And so equipments, some of which were actually fixed in the 80s, in the 70s, are still working as at today. We think that the right investment should be made in the refinery because refineries are profitable. Or else you wouldn't see in our neighboring country, Nigeria, Dangote is struggling to, put up a 650 barrels per day refinery. Ghana has this asset that if we did put in the right investments, should be able to serve all of us. Again, we have said that once TOR is working, you are getting fuel security. At least if your harbor or the anchorage or where fuel comes into the country doesn't function, your local refinery will be able to process fuel to run your economy. Unfortunately, the refinery is on its knees as we speak. And we do think that authorities should pay some attention to investing properly into the refinery immediately.
But now, with the help of the Russian-Ukraine conflict, yes, with the help, because now most of our leaders are now thinking right. The Minister for Energy, Honorable Matipoku Prempe, says that the government is now planning to bring back the Tema oil refinery. But this is not the first time I'm hearing this from him. I heard it from him during his vetting to become the Minister for Energy. And here we are in the year 2022, he's still repeating it again. So let's hear something small from him on what the government is doing to bring back the Tema oil refinery. But before that, please, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Ghana videos like this. Thank you very much for liking. Now, enjoy.
Also, two things. Another thing, faith one, is to ensure that as a country, we put our refinery back to work. It's very, very interesting that in the early 2000s, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2012, BOST was working. It was making some losses, but it was working. It was refining. Once we hit commercial production of crude, BOST has no longer found this space to work. TOR. Sorry, TOR. But if TOR was in production, the pressure on the dollar from at least the petroleum side wouldn't be as acute as it has been. If BOST was refining and producing, say, 40% of our national needs from crude, because we don't always have a direct link between crude prices and petroleum product prices. It's not a straight line, because other things come in. And refined products are far more expensive than unrefined products. So and you get more out of unrefined products than refined products. So if BOST was, if TOR, why did you come and sit here with your beard? If TOR was refining, one, it will guarantee jobs for the many Ghanaians working there. Two, we'll be getting more petroleum products out of the crude that we bring to TOR, and it will be better for us. Even the last bit is that we'll be getting bitumen for our roads as well. Now you go and buy refined products, you have to import also bitumen to come and do our roads. So collectively, every effort must be made to ensure that TOR comes back to work. We are listening to the experts. Some strategic partners have already applied. A committee is being set up between Public Enterprises, SIGA, Energy Ministry and Finance Ministry to look at these proposals to ensure that we select a partner that would invest in TOR to make it an efficient operating refinery for the betterment of us. So that work is also ongoing. The last but not the least is that we have established the Petroleum Hub in Western region. I hope Gridco will take lights there very soon. And that is supposed to do three things for us. Not only would it ensure a lot of people are gainfully employed, it will also ensure a security in our petroleum value chain, because we would have many refineries there. We plan about 3 refineries there. We're planning a fertilizer factory there for food security as well, because fertilizer needs a feedstock for gas. We are planning other lubricants operating in industries there. If we do, which I know by the grace of God it will happen, we'll be very, very reliant on the values of these refined products in this country. So if Jomoro is the source of 1 million barrels of refined petroleum products and all these other things, we might not have to struggle and go and look for international oil traders around the system. So we are working very hard to ensure that the Petroleum Hub becomes manifestly, patently available. And we are working on that.
Thank you very much for watching. Please let us know your thoughts and suggestions inside the comment section below. My name always remains Sheriff Haruna. See you in our next video. Macrao.